Hi there. I'm Michelle.
I'm Jim, and we are
A Teague of Your Own. Welcome to another Motivational Monday.
Let's get motivated.
Woo! All right.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here too.
Here. Yeah.
Yes. Speaking of being glad, it's Thanksgiving this week.
It is.
And usually in the month of November, people focus on what they are grateful for. And they spend, the 30 days of November talking about gratitude. Now, why they can't do that other months of the year is beyond me. But hey, far be it from me to,
Too busy with other things, I guess.
What I think is interesting, though, are the different ways that people can show gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to being grateful, if you have a business, and many of you do, then you know that you have to show gratitude to many different people out there.
That is true.
Who are some of the people that a business owner or a business manager would need to send to show gratitude towards?
Well, depending on what sort of products you offer or services, whoever your suppliers are, you would want to show gratitude towards them, because without their input, and granted you're buying things from them, I get that, but still, if they weren't there, you'd have to find somebody else. So your suppliers, your employees, anybody that you have working within your organization. If you are subcontracting, obviously the people that you're working with. If you have people that, like us, who help to bring customers to you, those folks you'd certainly want to show gratitude towards. And your customers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're the whole reason you're in business.
Right. And if you're a big enough business and you actually have other owners, if you're big enough to where you are a corporation and you have stock, obviously the stockholders. So, and like I said, if you're a private company but you still have people providing capital for your organization, you'd certainly want to show gratitude towards them as well, and then anybody else that supports you.
Excellent. So what are some of the ways that businesses can show their gratitude to these different groups? What can they do for their vendors and suppliers to show gratitude?
There's a lot of different things that they could do. They could give them gift cards or things like that. Just send them notes. Have a get together. I don't know what else.
Well, I'm thinking depending on the weather, literally you could have hot chocolate or some type of hot beverage available for them when they show up to deliver the supplies and services.
Yeah, it's giving them stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
You could have food. People like food. People really appreciate food. And so when your vendors and suppliers show up, if you have, bagels and donuts for them, or maybe some sandwiches or something like that at lunchtime, they'll truly appreciate that. How about employees? What can people do to show gratitude to their team members, to their fellow coworkers, to the employees there in an organization?
Good party, get together, recognition, Christmas bonuses. They always like that. Holiday bonuses. Yeah, they always like that. And sometimes just that pat on the back and saying, hey, I appreciate what you do for the organization, and keep it up.
Yeah, when I was a contract trainer and we would talk about team building, one of the things that I would talk about is gratitude and how you express your gratitude. And what I would suggest to some people, and I'm going to suggest that to all of you people out there, is to literally stop by the dollar store, spend the $1.25 because it's gone up, and purchase a pack of thank you notes, and then handwrite thank you notes to people there on your team. Do people appreciate handwritten thank you notes?
They do.
Do they keep handwritten thank you notes.
Some people do, yes.
Yes, you will find them on bulletin boards, you will find them on refrigerators, you will find them in many different places. People appreciate that you have taken the time to handwrite a note to them, and they feel valued because of that. So that's one of my big suggestions for anyone out there. And it doesn't have to be just, your employees, just your team, just the people there in your organization. You can do handwritten thank you notes to everybody, and people will appreciate that. What about customers? What are some of the ways that we can show our customers that we appreciate them?
Offering them some additional discounts,
Ooh.
particularly for your really good customers. Offering something that they can't get otherwise, offering bonuses, some things that may be just special for the one time of year, and then again, thank you notes.
Yes.
Somehow or another showing that you appreciate the fact that they are your customers, and that you're glad that they are your customers, and that you care about their happiness, their satisfaction, because obviously if they're working with you, if they're buying your products, you're solving a problem for them, and then trying to figure out how you can further help them.
Yeah, I would think asking them to remember where they were before they started working with you and where they are now, to get that picture back in their mind. Because you're right, when you work with customers, you're helping them to solve a problem that they have.
Right.
And sometimes they forget about the problem. Sometimes they forget why they hired you. And so you need to remind them, what was life like before I showed up? And what is it like now? And then you need to thank them for working with you and giving you the opportunity to help solve that problem.
Right. That's assuming you do something like what we do.
Right.
If you're like a retailer,
you're still solving a problem.
Somebody's problem was, I needed another candle. I don't know how much you do as far as something like that's concerned, because I don't know that their problem was that big.
It could be.
I guess.
The problem was I need a gift to give to somebody.
It could be.
The problem is, I need something to wear. The problem is I need, a new pair of shoes because my old ones have holes in the soles. Retailers solve problems.
That's true. And just in case anybody who's watching this, no, I don't want candles for Christmas.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure.
You look like a candle kind of guy.
I'm not a candle guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure.
You want bath bombs instead, right?
No, I don't want bath bombs either. No.
You're not like, the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs?
No, I'm not like Patrick Mahomes. I don't do bath. I see people can take this the wrong way, but I don't take baths. I shower.
You do?
Yes. So I haven't taken a bath. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the last time I took a bath. I don't have time for a bath. Showers.
Christian, happy Thanksgiving to you guys too. We appreciate that. When it comes to solving problems, retailers actually do solve problems, just like people who provide services. Yeah. So all the electricians and the plumbers and the bricklayers and construction people and stuff like that, they solve problems.
Yep. As much as some people complain about Walmart, they still shop there. And that's because Walmart solves a problem.
They solve a problem. So keep that in mind when you're out and about. One of the ways that I show gratitude to random strangers is starting.
Oh, yeah.
What am I going to say?
I know exactly what you're going to say. I guess after Thanksgiving,
it is after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Everywhere we go, she gives people candy canes.
Yes, I do. I'm part of the Candy Cane Brigade, and you can thank Joy Klahanis for that. What do we do?
If you're going to give something like that away, now see it melt in your purse, but I'd say something that people would really appreciate: chocolate.
No, not everybody likes chocolate. I know. It's hard to believe.
And everybody likes candy canes. I can't stand them. So
they actually, I've never had somebody tell me no.
No, they're not going to say no.
Yeah. And
because they'll just give it to somebody else.
So what happens is starting on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, through the end of the year, I'm part of the Candy Cane Brigade. And what we do is we will give, while we're out and about, we will give strangers, usually the people that we encounter who are working. So like when you go to Walmart and you see the cashier, you give them a candy cane and you wish them, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. Wish them a happy holiday season.
I'm gonna say, just say Happy Holidays, and you got it covered.
And they're grateful for it because somebody has taken the time to stop out of their day and to make their day a little bit brighter.
Yes, but I can tell you, for some of them, when you do this, you hand it to them and they say, "Oh, thank you," and then they look at it and think, "I don't like candy canes. What am I going to do with this?"
Put it in their pocket, and
I guess they go give it to somebody else.
Yeah,
but here's the problem. She always goes overboard every year and buys too many of them. And at the end of the Christmas season, we still have at least one box or a partial box of candy canes.
When you get them at the dollar store,
I guess. You need to learn to give them all away.
And that's the point. You are supposed to give them all away.
Because I don't think you eat them.
No, I use them for decoration.
Right. I don't eat them. I don't like them.
No. They're okay with hot chocolate.
No, I don't. I don't drink hot chocolate.
I know, so. I do. So they make good stir sticks when you're doing that. All right, so perfect time of the year to just start showing gratitude. I would challenge all of you, though, to do this all year round.
Yeah.
Why this time of the year is when people decide to do that? I guess because of Thanksgiving and because of Hanukkah and Christmas. I guess that's why. However, I think if people did it, just randomly throughout the course of the year, it may have a bigger impact. It may have a bigger effect on the people you are trying to show your gratitude towards.
Yeah.
So
I think a big part of that is, people forget, but there's two words that if you integrate these into your language and you use them often, you will find after a while, it just becomes a habit like everything else. And that's not a bad thing. But you end up saying this for lots of things. And those two little words are?
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. There are so many people out there that they have a hard time just saying thank you for anything. And I feel like I say thank you all the time, even for little gestures and little things.
Well, my favorite is when you go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah. Find ways to show gratitude throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the year, and people will truly appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I know we appreciate the people that we work with. We appreciate like you said, the customers that we have, the people who bring us customers. Mm-hmm. We appreciate all of you who watch our Motivational Mondays. And we know you're out there. You
made me think of something that was interesting when you talk about people saying thank you. Because I was reading an article over the weekend that kind of blew me away because it related to something that happened to me. An amazing experience. It's somebody showing gratitude. And I don't know. I mean, I think it was genuine. It was many years ago. We were in Myrtle Beach,
yes,
and they were opening. It was the goofiest thing. It's not there anymore, but it was the rock band Kiss, mm-hmm. Kiss Coffee House. They built. I don't know why. I don't know what the connection is between Kiss and coffee. I guess when your fans reach a certain age, they need a lot of caffeine to stay up and rock and roll all night.
It was
party
Gene wanting to make money,
and you're right. That's part of it too. Is Gene wanting to make money? But the grand opening, they had Gene and Paul were there. So Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and they were signing autographs. And as we were going through the line, Paul was standing behind a counter when I got up to him. I didn't know what he would do, but I stuck out my hand and he put his hand out and he shook my hand and he said, "Thank you for coming." And I was just awestruck that this guy is thanking me for being here. I'm the one who's supposed to be thanking him for all the music that I love. and what?
You were such a fanboy.
I was a fanboy, still am. That won't change. And it was interesting. I was reading an article over the weekend when he was talking about the first time that he met David Bowie, mm-hmm. and how, yeah, David thanked him for being a fan. It's like, oh my gosh, it's full circle. It goes around. So when I read that piece, it brought back the memories of when I met Paul at the Kiss Coffee House. So, and I think, people like that, when they show that sort of gratitude, and they say thank you. It's like, last night, I know it's crazy, watching the grand finale of The Walking Dead. And that was one of the things, is they had all of the cast members videoed thanking the fans for being fans and sticking with the series for 11 years, no matter how cruddy it got at times, because it did get bad sometimes.
Katie stopped watching when Glenn died,
when Glenn
right?
died, yeah. That was her jumping off point.
Yeah.
I stuck with it through to the end. It got slow at times, but they thank the fans, and they've got this whole community. So it's kind of cool that here they are showing gratitude, and they should, because all the fans watching that show have helped all of these people build for some of them, a magnificent career.
Yeah.
So and that's what happens, is then it comes back to you.
Yeah. All right, so we have a free webinar this afternoon on the success principles of the 21st century that you're going to be doing.
Okay.
If you haven't registered for it, you still have time to do that. So go out there and register. One of the ways that we try to add value and that we thank the people who work with us is through these free webinars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that we do, is each month we have free webinars. Next month is Leadership Lessons from Ugly Christmas Sweaters.
Oh, that's your favorite.
My favorite. Today, 12:15 Eastern time. So depending on your time zone, you'd have to do that. But if you want it, you can also catch the replay. You have to register, though, to get it. So go online and register for that. Also, if you go to our website, and what is our website?
ATigueofYourOwn.com.
ATigueofYourOwn.com. If you go to our website, you're going to see there's a new tab there for a cruise retreat.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Ooh.
I think I'll be there.
I think so. It is, click on there, you'll find out. We've got a year-long program that kicks off in January and culminates in a cruise down to the Bahamas and Mexico.
Cozumel.
Yeah.
Cozumel. Sure is swell in Cozumel.
I
hate to leave. It hurts like.
That's why we got married.
Yeah. So we heard that song over and over and over.
So
from the house band at the resort.
But that's one of the stops on the cruise ship. We're partnering with Heather. You all are going to meet her next week, because she's going to be on here next week. She is
nice.
our guest. We're going to talk about the cruise, because there are deals going on right now.
Yeah.
So if you're
going
interested,
cruise with us, can you believe it?
If you're interested, you need to register now, because the price will not go down. This is as cheap as it gets. So keep that in mind. All right. So we will see you next week along with Heather. She'll be here.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving. We're grateful for all of you. We are grateful for this platform, and grateful that we get to add value to you on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I'll go with that. That works.
All right.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.